Okay, so today we are going to solve our trigonometric ratios. This is the part C of our video, part C of our trigonometric ratio series. So this is the video. This is the third video. This is the part C video in which I'm be doing question number 7, question number 8, question number 9, and question number 10. So for those of you who have come directly to this video in hope for learning trigonometric ratios, I have previously done some numericals in my part B video and part A video. In part A video, I've done question number 1, question number 2, question number 3. In part B video, I've done question number 4, 5, 6 questions. So in part B and part A, I've done three questions each. So please watch those videos first and then come to this video. And all the questions that I am about to do, I have referred them from Selena Publishers, class 9th. In previous videos, I have by mistake referred to this as class 10th. So please note. So I've referred these problems to Selena Publishers, class 9th, and Concise Mathematics, which is written by R.K. Bansal. Okay, so let's start. So the question number 7th, the first question of our video today, technically the 7th, states that cos A is equal to 5 upon 13th. Okay, so I'll just make some space. Okay, so once we have made enough space, we'll start our question. So given cos A is equal to 5 by 13, evaluate the first part which states sin A minus cot A upon 2 tan A. Okay, so what this means is, first of all, we'll write whatever information is given to us by the question. Okay, so this is the 7th question, and the first part of the 7th question that states that cos A is equal to 5 by 13. So what does cos A is equal to 5 by 13 mean? So first of all, we'll draw a figure that is a right angled figure. Okay, then we will label the triangle. So this will be C, B, and A. Okay, so what cos A? In cos A, the alphabet A signifies that the angle A is towards the ground. Now, what do I mean that the angle A is towards the ground? So say, for example, this is angle C. Now, angle C is towards the air. So if it would have told us that find cos C basically means that angle C should be towards the ground, like A here it is. And with respect to angle C, tell us cos C. That would be based upon hypotenuse according to this angle. But here it states that find cos A. So what does cos A mean? Cos A basically means that unlike C, which is in the air, A should be towards the ground. And with respect to angle A, tell us cos A. Cos A basically means base upon hypotenuse. So cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse. So our base is 5, so we'll write it down, and our hypotenuse is 13. Now according to the Pythagoras theorem, we are to find our p square. So 13 whole square minus 5 whole square is equal to 8 square, which is equal to 12. So by the Pythagoras theorem, accordingly, you could find our perpendicular. So this is a perpendicular. We will solve our first part, which states that find sin A minus cot A upon 2 tan A. Okay. So first of all, we'll find our sin A. So what sin A basically means are perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So always remember, it's a little trick for you viewers, is that whatever side is directly opposite to 90 degree is always known as hypotenuse. Not this is not known as the hypotenuse, not this is not the known as the hypotenuse, because these sides are adjacent to the 90 degree. Side directly opposite to the 90 degrees known as hypotenuse. Okay, so sin A is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and we'll solve our value accordingly. So sin A with respect to angle A, tell us perpendicular upon hypotenuse. That is 12 upon 13 minus cot A. Now 1 upon tan theta is equal to cot theta. So what I mean is that the reciprocal of cot theta is known as the reciprocal of tan theta is known as cot theta. So 1 upon tan theta is equal to cot theta, which basically means that whatever answer I get for tan theta, the reciprocal for that value is known as cot theta. So if I get, say for example, I get 3 upon 2 as my tan theta. So the reciprocal for this value will be cot theta. Okay. So I'll make some space. And first we'll find our tan A. So our tan A basically states that with respect to angle A, and it should be towards the ground, tell us the perpendicular upon base, which is 12 upon 5. Now, if we have gotten our value as 12 upon 5, the reciprocal of the value tan theta, the tan A, will be known as cot A. So the reciprocal for 12 upon 5 is 5 upon 12. Okay. Upon 2 tan A. 2 tan A basically means 2 into tan A. So our tan A, as we have previously solved our value as 12 upon 5. So accordingly, we solve. So I'll just erase this. So it will be 2 into 12 upon 5. And this will be equal to. So by solving this big sum, this whole sum, we get the answer as 79 upon 156 whole divided by 24 divided by 5. So accordingly, we will solve our values, our calculations. So I'll just rub some of these. I'll go to the next page. And in the last page, we had seen that our value is 79 divided by 156 divided by 24 whole divided by 24 upon 5. So this will be 79 divided by 156. So 79 will push 156 down. So this will become as 79 upon 156. And 24 will kick this number up, which you must have learned in fraction chapter. So it will be 79 into 5 divided by 156 into 24. So this will be a final answer. And accordingly, you solve this big sum and we will get 395 divided by 374. Okay. Now this is the first part of the seventh question. We'll move on to a second part of the seventh question that states that find cot A plus 1 upon cos A. Now, can I write cot A 1 upon cos A as cot A plus the reciprocal for 1 upon cos A? That value is known as secant A. So I can write it as secant A. Okay. So what it basically means, so what this sum basically means that find cot A plus secant A. Okay. So first of all, we will write our, so this is the seventh part and the second part of the seventh question. So all it is saying is that find cot A plus secant A. Okay. So all we do is we'll see a figure that we had drawn in our previous page. So we'll just copy it down. Okay, so once we have drawn a figure, all we have to do is we have to find cot A first. So cot A. So 1 upon tan theta's reciprocal, as I have told in the first part, is cot theta. So 1 upon tan theta is cot theta. So first we'll find our tan A. So tan A basically means that tan A, the angle A should be to the ground. And if it is at the ground, if that law is satisfied, it's not basically a law, it's just a self-aimed rule. So if angle A is towards the ground, this is known as the ground. And with respect to angle A, tell us tan A, that is perpendicular upon base. So it is 12 upon 5. Now cot A basically signifies that the reciprocal for tan theta will be known as cot theta. So whatever value we have gone for tan A, which is 12 upon 5, the reciprocal for it will be the answer for cot A, which will be 5 upon 12. Plus secant A. Now 1 upon cos A, reciprocal is known as secant A. So all we have to do is we have to find cos A. So with respect to angle A, it should be to the ground and find cos A, which is 5 upon 13 base upon hypotenuse. Now the reciprocal for whatever value you'll get for cos A will be secant A. So the reciprocal for 5 upon 13 will be 13 upon 5. And accordingly, we'll solve a second part for the seventh question. So this will be equal to 25 plus 156, and the LCM for 12 and 5 will be 60. And this will be 181 upon 60. No units required. Okay. So we'll move on to our eighth question. So our eighth question states that given, so what does given basically means? Given is that from the behalf of question, they'll give you a value, and accordingly to the value, you have to apply it to certain calculations to find certain options it has given you to calculate. So secant A basically means secant A is equal to 29 by 21. Okay. Now, accordingly, with this information, we are to find our sin A minus tan A. Now, sin A minus 1 upon tan A, the reciprocal for tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot A. And cot A is, so tan A's reciprocal is known as I'll just write it down. So 1 upon tan A is equal to cot A. So can I write 1 upon tan A as cot A? So by simplifying this value, we have to find this value. Okay, so let's solve. Now, all you have to do is you have to draw a figure. Okay, so let's draw a figure. So first of all, you have to write the information that is provided to you, which is secant A. Now secant A means 29 by 21, and all you have to do is draw a figure. Okay, so let's draw a figure, right angle figure. And we'll accordingly label the triangle. So this is A, B, and C. So what does secant A basically tell us? That this alphabet in secant, that is A, tells to us that the angle A is to the ground, and with respect to angle A, tell us secant A. So first we'll find cos A. Now cos A basically means base upon hypotenuse. So whatever value you get for cos A, the reciprocal for it will be secant A. So cos A, so secant A is equal to hypotenuse upon base. So 29 will be our hypotenuse and base will be 21. Now, accordingly with the Pythagoras theorem, we are to find our perpendicular, which will be 20. So 29 whole square minus 21 whole square will be 20. Accordingly, you could solve the Pythagoras theorem. So we'll move on to the next part. The eighth question, final statement tells us that evaluate sin A minus cot A. Okay. So sin A minus cot A. Okay, so sin A basically means that with respect to angle A, tell us the perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is 20 by 29. Minus cot A. Now basically cot A, the reciprocal. So basically 1 upon tan A is equal to cot A. So 1 upon tan A is equal to cot A. So first we'll find out tan A. So tan A, in tan A, the alphabet A should be to the ground. And if it is to the ground, so with respect to angle A, tell us tan A. Now tan A is perpendicular upon base. So 20 upon 21. And if it is 20 upon 21, so cot A basically signifies that whatever reciprocal is for the value for tan A, it will be cot A. So if we have gotten our answers 20 upon 21, the reciprocal for it will be equal to cot A. So it will be 21 upon 20. And accordingly, if we solve the question, we will get our calculation as. So if we solve our LCM 29 and 20, we'll get our LCM as 580. And if we get our LCM as 580, so 29, 20 is a 580. So 20 into 20 is 400. Minus 20 into 29 is 580, pardon. So 21 into 29 is equal to 609. So minus 609 plus, so 400 minus 609 is equal to minus 209 upon 580. So this will be a final answer. Okay. Now, a basic note to the viewers is that in all of these questions, our basic fundamental assumption is that all the triangles are right angle. So if all the triangles are right angle, accordingly with that foundation, we are to solve our further questions. So just keep that in mind. And our ninth question states that given tan A is equal to 4 upon 3. So the question is telling us that I have given you a clue that is tan A is equal to 4 upon 3. Okay. Now, the final statement states that cosecant A upon cot A minus secant A is you have to find this question. Okay. So first of all, we'll write down our information that is given to us by the question. So this is our 9th question. And given tan A is equal to 4 upon 3. All I would advise you to do is draw a figure, a right angle triangle. Now this is a weird looking right angle triangle. And tan A is equal to 4 upon 3. So first of all, I'll label the triangles, because if you do not label the triangles, you will get confused. And furthermore, to add to your bad luck is that the teacher will cut your marks, because without the labeling, she would also not understand, and frustration, she'll cut your marks. So now tan A is equal to 4 upon 3. What tan is trying to tell us is that the alphabet in tan A, the angle A should be to the ground, and the angle A with respect to angle A, tell us tan A. Now tan A is already given 4 upon 3. So tan theta basically means perpendicular upon base. So if this is the perpendicular, this is the base, we'll just note that down. So 3 is equal to base, and P is equal to, P means perpendicular. So P is equal to 4. And if we solve by a Pythagoras theorem, 4 whole square plus 3 whole square is equal to 8 square. And accordingly, we'll get a value as 5. Okay. So once we have drawn a figure and we have calculated our calculation, so the question is telling us that find cosecant A divided by cot A minus secant A. Now, all you have to do is, when you get these reciprocal values such as cot A, secant A, cosecant A, all you have to do is you have to find their reciprocal. So it is telling us to find cosecant A upon cot A minus secant A. First, so if the question is telling us, if it is asking us that cosecant A upon cot A minus secant A, tell us a value. Okay, so I'm sorry for repeating this, but so cosecant A, so the 1 upon sine theta, sine, I'll just assume it as sine A. So 1 upon sine A is equal to cosecant A. So first we have to find the value for sine A. Now sine A basically signifies that with respect to angle A, and angle A should be to the ground, tell us sine A. Sine A basically means that if you have memorized your 6 formulas enough, I have mentioned all the formulas in the part A of the trigonometric ratio series. Pardon. So you could refer to from that video. So 1 upon sine A is equal to cosecant A. Okay, so sine A is equal to perpendicular upon base and perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Sorry, I just get confused with all the trigonometric values in my mind. And 1 upon sine A basically states that with respect to angle A, tell us perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is 4 upon 5. And once you have gotten the value as 4 upon 5 as sine A, so the reciprocal for it will be cosecant A. So 5 upon 4 will be our cosecant A. Okay. Next, what we have to do is we'll find the value for cot A. Okay, so cot A is equal to, so 1 upon tan A is equal to cot A. So first we have to find the value for tan A. So with respect to angle A, and angle A should be to the ground, find tan A. That is perpendicular upon base. So perpendicular is equal to 4, base is equal to 3. So 4 upon 3 is equal to tan A. Now the reciprocal for whatever value we get for tan A will be cot A. So if we have gotten a value for 4 upon 3 is equal to tan A, so the reciprocal will be 3 upon 4, which will be equal to cot A. Then I'll just okay, so it is A minus. Okay, so the next part states that find secant A. So secant A, it's from my side that I'm telling you find secant A. So secant A is equal to 1 upon cos A. All we have to do is we have to find the basic values first. Cos A. So cos A basically means with respect to angle A, it should be to the ground. Find cos A. That is base upon hypotenuse. So we'll get a value as 3 upon 5. And whatever reciprocal the value for cos A will be, it will be secant A. So if we have gotten our value as 3 upon 5, the reciprocal for it will be the value for secant A. So 5 upon 3 will be a value for secant A. And then we substitute our values. So in the previous page, our cosecant A is equal to 5 upon 4. our secant A is equal to 5 upon 3. And the last value that we have calculated is the cot A. So our cot A will be equal to 3 upon 4. And the statement that it is asking us is cosecant A. The question, pardon, it is asking us is cosecant A upon cot A minus secant A. So we'll substitute our values. All we have to do is substitute our values. No need to write the alphabets after the values. Many people get confused by that. So cosecant A will be 5 upon 4 whole divided by cot A. So cot A will be 3 upon 4 minus secant A, which will be equal to 5 upon 3. Okay. So first we'll find the value for 3 upon 4 minus 5 upon 3. So our denominator's value will be equal to minus 11 upon 12. So 5 upon 4, so the denominator in 5 upon 4, 5 will kick 4 down, so it will be 5 upon 4, and minus 11 upon 12, the denominator will go up. So accordingly, this method of going up and down, you must have learned that in fractions. So 5 12s are 60. Okay, so first of all we'll just simplify this value. So 4 1s are 4, 3 4s are 12, so 5 3s are 15 upon 11, and don't forget the negative sign. So our value will be, our answer to the ninth question will be, I'll just refer to this more clearly. So this answer will be minus 15 upon 11. We'll move on to our next question. So our final question states that given 4 cot A is equal to 3. Okay, now most of the public, all they do is they get confused by this. What is 4 cot A is equal to 3? They get confused by that because they say that there's nothing in the denominator. And what does 4 cot A is equal to 3 mean? I'm just going to jump off my building. It's not that panicky. Don't be that panicky. 4 cot A is equal to 3. It's basically like, assume cot A as x. So 4x is equal to 3. So if 4x is equal to 3, so x is equal to 3 upon 4. Likewise, 4 cot A is equal to 3 is equal to cot A is equal to 3 upon 4. Okay. So our first part states that find sine A. So let's solve. All you have to do is mention your, I'll just use another color. So 10 question states that first we have to draw a figure. So let's draw a right angle triangle. So this is a right angle triangle. All we have to do is label the triangle. So CBA. Okay. Now the clue that is given to us by the question is 4 cot A is equal to 3. We have calculated that cot A is equal to 3 upon 4. Now what does cot A is equal to 3 upon 4 basically mean? That cot A, in the alphabet cot A, the alphabet is A. The reason that the alphabet is trying to tell us is that with respect to angle A, and angle A should be to the ground, tell us cot A. Now as I've told you before, that 1 upon tan A is equal to cot A. Okay, so first we have to find tan A, and all we have to do is substitute our values. So cot A, or we'll just do like this, we'll do a simpler version, this will take some time. So cot A basically means that the reciprocal for the value for tan theta. Tan theta basically means perpendicular upon base. So cot A will be base upon perpendicular. So 3 will be a base and 4 will be a perpendicular. And accordingly, with respect to Pythagoras theorem, we are to find our hypotenuse. 4 whole square plus 3 whole square is equal to 8 square. So we'll get our value as 5. Okay. So all the first question states that find sine A. Okay, let's find sine A. So sine A is equal to, with respect to angle A, tell us sine A, that is 4 upon 5, perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Secant A. Now secant A basically means 1 upon cos A, and we are to find cos A, that is with respect to angle A. Tell us the base upon hypotenuse, 3 upon 5, and the reciprocal for that value will be secant A. So secant A will be equal to 5 upon 3. Okay. Then our third question states, and final question for the trigonometric ratio CD videos will be the third part, that is cosecant square A minus cot square A. What these values, these trigonometric functions basically mean is that cosecant square A, all we have to do is do not solve cosecant square A first. For those people who have much history between trigonometry and themselves, they can find cosecant square A much easy. But for those of you who find it difficult, just solve cosecant A. Basically sine A first, then cosecant A, then cosecant square A accordingly. So our cosecant square A, all we have to do is cosecant A is equal to 1 upon sine A. So our sine A is equal to, with respect to angle A, tell us sine A. Sine A is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is 4 upon 5. And whatever value we get for reciprocal of 5 upon 4, that will be cosecant A. So our cosecant A will be 5 upon 4. Okay, so we'll write that down. I'll just make some space. Hope you have copied down these values, these sums. And I'll just write down this value, and the next okay, so the next part states that find cot square. Okay, now pardon, the next part states that find cosecant square A. Now we have gotten our value as, okay, so we have gotten our value as 5 upon 4, and cosecant square A basically means 5 upon 4 whole square minus cot square A. Now cot square A, in cot square A you have to find tan A first. So tan A is equal to, with respect to angle A, it should be to the ground, and tan A will be equal to 4 upon 3, that is perpendicular upon base. And likewise, whatever, you know, the reciprocal for the tan A will be 3 upon 4, that will be cot A. Now 3 upon 4 is a cot A, and all it is telling, the question is asking us to do is find the cot square A. So cot square A basically means the cot A value whole squared. So what 5 upon 4 whole square signifies is that 5 square upon 4 square minus 3 square upon 4 square. It's too much confusion between 5 and 4. So 4 square. Okay. So 5 square is 25, minus 3 square is 9, upon 4 square is 16, 4 square is 16. 25 minus 9 is 16. So 16 upon 16 is equal to 1. So 1 is our final answer. That brings us to the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay home, stay safe, take care, and bye.